Hello and welcome, it's Dr. Red Frizzle here, and today I'm going to introduce you to the whole structure and some ideas relating to the kidney and its function and how it works. Now, I'm not going to go into too much of the function in this video. I'll probably go into that in the next video. I just wanted to give you some sort of overview of the structure of the kidney and sort of how the blood vessels sort of fit into the equation with where kidneys are. So, first of all, you have your kidney, which is this sort of shape. And you have most people have two of them, and they're located just beneath the lower rib. So basically your lowest rib, just underneath that, is where your kidneys are located on the sides of your body. As I said, most people have two, so not everyone has two kidneys, but the majority of people do. Okay, so first of all, you have your renal artery, takes blood into the kidney. So renal artery. And then you've got your renal vein, which takes blood away from your kidney again, the renal vein. And you've also got your ureter, which also drains blood from the, which doesn't actually drain blood. It actually sort of takes away your filtrate, your glomerular filtrate away from the kidney. But don't worry too much about that. I'll discuss that in a minute. Okay, so your renal artery, first of all, it branches off into something called the afferent arteriole, which is basically just like an arteriole is just a smaller version of an artery. So the afferent arteriole takes blood into the kidney, and then what happens is it goes into this structure known as a glomerulus, which is a tight network of blood capillaries. So let's draw you a network of blood capillaries, and then it forms the efferent arteriole. Now the efferent arteriole is under higher pressure, and the reason why it's under higher pressure is because it has a lower diameter. So I'm going to write low diameter, which basically means it's not as wide. So, as you should be aware, like a smaller space, if there's a large space going into a smaller space, the pressure is going to increase. And this increase in pressure is what actually squeezes the blood out of this glomerulus into something known as the Bowmans capsule, which is this bit here. Bowmans capsule. Okay, so once it's gone through the Bowmans capsule, there's this very sort of specialised membrane. I'll go into a bit more detail in the next video, the specific structures involved with that. But after that, it goes into something known as the PCT. PCT in biology, these letters always stand for something. So it actually stands for the proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, and then it links up to this loop, and this is called the loop of Henle. So write down here, loop of Henle. And then after it's gone through the loop of Henle, it goes through something called the distal convoluted tubule, abbreviated to DCT, and it then goes in something called the collecting duct. Collecting duct. Right. Okay. So these basically are all the basic structures of the kidney, essentially. I've labelled this ureter. Yeah. So basically, what happens with your ureter is after all the blood has been filtered and all the substances that are not needed in order for the body to function have been filtered out, all the toxic waste products and reactions, if you like. After they've been filtered out, they leave the body via the bladder and your urethra. Your ureter and urethra, you don't want to get muddled up between, because your urethra it is like essentially how we get rid of our waste from the body, and the ureter just links up to the bladder, which then enables it to go to the urethra where it's excreted like as urine. Okay, so urethra is basically your tube of essentially your penis. Right, so basically that this is how the kidney filters things. Right, I want to go into a bit more detail now about the loop of Henle. The loop of Henle has two parts. As this bit that goes down, so it's called the descending limb. You then have this bit here, which is known as the ascending limb, which doesn't take too much thought, hopefully, to understand why that's the case, because this is obviously going up, so it's ascending, and this one's going down, so it's descending. the other thing I'd like to talk to you about is it's basically essentially what actually goes out of the blood. So I wrote you out a list of things that are actually filtered out. So salts, right? So these are specific ions such as sodium, Na+, K+, chloride, Cl-, etc. You also have water. It's filtered out. You have something called urea, which is like essentially a waste product that's formed in the it's actually formed in the liver, but it's transported to the kidneys. So you have your urea. Then you also have glucose. It's filtered out. And then you have amino acids. Now amino acids are the base unit that forms that is used to build up proteins essentially. Okay. Right. So these are basically all the individual bits that are filtered out via the kidneys. I don't want to go into too much detail in this video of all these sort of individual structures, because I want to draw you out a much more detailed, much more precise diagram. So I hope you found this helpful. And that's pretty much all the parts you need to know about the kidney. I haven't mentioned the peritubular capillaries, but I think I'll pick up where I left off in the next video. So see you soon. Bye.